If anybody's gonna throw me a bachelor party whenever I get married, do not throw me one like the one that I just witnessed today. Let's get into the review. And what's good, y'all? This be your boy Scattered by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Growing Up Hip Hop. I think this is still season 6, but I think this is episode 25. Okay, so I'm just gonna let y'all know this right now. I don't see this video being that long at all. I don't see it being that long, only because I really didn't enjoy the episode like that. Like, I enjoyed me and Jamar's interview with Color Me Pink more than I enjoyed this episode, okay? And speaking of that, okay, because I am very excited about this situation. Okay. Now, earlier today, me and Jamar did our interview with Color Me Pink. Okay, we did that earlier today. That's one of the things that's coming up. So let me go ahead and put that up there. The interview will be out next Thursday, a week from today, February the 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay, we'll be talking to Color Me Pink about her movie Paper Heart, about her how does she get into being an author, YouTube, everything else. We had a great conversation with Color Me Pink. It lasted for a little over an hour. It went longer than we anticipated it, but we did have a great conversation. So just be sure to be on the lookout for that. Y'all know I got to promote everything that I got going on. So yes, Color Me Pink is finally making it into the building. She will be on the prelude on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Then Boys Night Out. Josiah, myself, Maddie, and Jamar and Terrence will be back Saturday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time. Okay. You guys already know we play a couple of games. We get into the tea. We talk about real life situations with LGBT community and everything like that. So we will be having us a great time on Saturday night. As you guys know, the show has been moved to Saturday nights temporarily. Okay. So yes, indeed. So Boys Night Out will be back Saturday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time. And after that, we'll be going on a 2.5 week hiatus because I'll be celebrating my birthday for the rest of this time. All right. Next up, we have a collaboration coming up with myself and popular TikToker Playboy Marty. Okay. Yes, we're both from the same hometown. We both know each other pretty well. And yes, we're gonna collaborate really, really soon. Yes, he reached out to me. We've been talking about working together on something, but we just didn't know what. But we just know that there's a collab coming out with me and Playboy Marty. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. And not to mention what else is coming up. Let's get into this one. And that was the promo for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Okay, we will be back soon. Basketball Wives has not dropped no date yet, and neither has the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but we do know that we will be discussing Basketball Wives and the Real Housewives of Atlanta on this particular panel. Okay, so be on the lookout for that when it comes out. Let's just say spring. We'll be coming back in the spring. All right. All right. So let's get into tonight's review. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So we're gonna start this thing off with Sean and TT talking about this wedding. Listen, I like TT and everything. I think Sean is fine as hell as a white man, but I'm tired of them talking about this wedding. This wedding storyline is boring the hell out of me. Every episode, they're sitting on the couch, they're talking about this wedding, they're talking about the cost. Sean act like he ain't interested in it. It's just like, why are we constantly talking about this? Is this what we're gonna talk about all season? Like this wedding? 'Cause that's what it seems like this is what we're gonna talk about. Or whatever. And TT just on some bougie shit. Sean not really on it. He don't really want to deal with the bougie ass shit. He ain't really excited about none of that. But when it come down to Egypt and Sam and whether or not they're coming to the wedding, TT says, absolutely not. They're not invited. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I buried the stuff between me and Egypt, Sam, and Pepper. We put it all the way in a box where it cannot be seen anymore. But I'm over it now. Like, at this point, just because we buried the hatchet, that don't mean that I want you at my wedding. And that shit is fair. Like, straight up, like, Egypt has said and done a lot of stuff towards TT. Like, she was the one who went around saying that TT's fiance, Sean, was out here cheating on her. So why in the hell would she want that girl to be at her wedding? I'm just saying, because I won't want no broad that sit up there and made up some stuff about me and mine at my damn wedding either. She'll probably be somewhere putting some bad juju on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. So it is what it is, child. But other than that, like, I don't know. All I gotta say is this right here. Like, protect your peace and protect what you got going on. That's really all I got. So next up, Tretch takes Egypt to a record label. Now, as we already know, Egypt is into music. I don't know how good. I don't think the music is all that great, but she's into music. None of these people on this show really got good music, if you really ask me. But yeah, she's into music. So Tretch then took her to some people, some respectable people that represents some respectable people like Brandy. All I had to hear him say was Brandy, and we was done with it at that point. I'm like, okay, he said Brandy, so that means he really on some good stuff here. So basically, what they said was, when it come down to the music, it's not just about the music. The music is only 10 and 20% of the situation. The other percentage is on the rollout, the marketing. Egypt does not have any marketing. She just throws the video out. She just throws music out and keep it pushing. Like, she don't have no rollout. She don't do nothing. She just throw the music out and keep it moving and then expect for it to be received. She expects for people to buy into it, but ain't nobody gonna buy into it if you ain't got no marketing plan. Because you got to know what you're marketing, like what you got going on, like what is this about? You know, why should I buy your music? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she got to be looking at. But she don't look at stuff like that because she's focused on the wrong shit. That's just what I think. She's too focused on Sam. And it looks like the people that she's meeting with, they like her music, like they like her music video. They like that. I don't see why they like it, but it falls in line with everything that's out right now. So of course they like it. But at the same time, for me, it's like, okay, they like your stuff, but they like you without Sam. So at this point in time, she gonna have to realize that she may do better without Sam being around. Like, we don't need Sam managing your music. You can do your own damn music. You don't need him doing nothing for you at this point. You could go out and get it on your own. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, keep it moving. Do what you gotta do. But they did say you gotta up your marketing. You gotta do a better job with marketing your stuff. That's what they've said. But I feel like not only do you need to do a better job at marketing your stuff, I think you need to do a better job at music, because I ain't like whatever you had out. Whatever you played, I ain't like it. But like I said, most of these girls on these shows don't be having no good music, no way. Like Sequoia got some whack ass music too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but like, it's all about the marketing aspect. Like, and just like Trey said, you're gonna have to do some stuff without Sam. You're gonna have to do your thing by yourself at this point. Like, you know, in order for people to take you seriously, you got to put in the work, and she ain't really putting in the work. Like, she putting out the music, but she really ain't doing what it takes to push the music out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So that was a pretty interesting scene. So next up is Vanessa. Vanessa calls Tenise, and she's talking about doing something special for TT. And I think they want to throw like a bachelor party slash bachelorette party for both TT and Sean to show their appreciation. Now, Tenise saying that I don't want to come to LA right now, so let's just get Cree on the line to help us plan it. I looked at the TV like, why? Why get Cree to help y'all do anything that's related to TT when y'all already know what it's giving? Y'all already know what it's giving already. Like, y'all already know that this girl don't fool with TT like that. Y'all already know that TT don't really fool with that girl. Y'all already know that they just got into it in New York anyway. So why even ask them? Why even ask TT to even do this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. Like, why even ask her to do it? I wouldn't have asked TT to do nothing. But I'm guessing y'all doing it for the show purposes. I mean, I don't know. But Vanessa said, I also want you to have a conversation with TT too. Like, I'd rather y'all sit down and talk about y'all issues. And Cree was like, well, I don't have a problem with having a conversation with TT. Like, I don't really want to walk around with a whole bunch of drama and a whole bunch of BS or nothing like that. So we're good. I can have a conversation with her. And I'm just like, yeah, a conversation with her so you can blame her for everything and not own up to your part in the situation. Of course, you really have a conversation with a girl. Anyway, so then we get into Eric and Lazy. So they're going to meet, they're going to visit Easy's grave on his birthday. Easy was born in September, so apparently all of this was filmed in September. They started talking about everything, and Lazy was like, in a confessional, he was like, when Easy's daughters asked me to be a part of the documentary, of course I jumped at the opportunity because anytime they call me, I'm going to do whatever they ask me to do. But at the same time, Lazy has no idea what the true feelings is from Little Easy about this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like he had no idea that Little E was against this whole documentary. He feels like it's unnecessary. It's not going to bring Easy E back at all. And at this point, it really is unnecessary. Like, why are these people coming forward to tell y'all what happened to y'all daddy anyway? Like, where were they at when your daddy passed away? Where were they at? Like, if they know so much about what happened to your daddy, why they didn't come out all those years ago? Like, Easy died in 94. I was 5 years old when he died. I remember the news and shit like that because, my mama was a fan of Dr. Dre and, NWA and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I remember that vaguely, but I remember that. So he been gone for almost 30 years now. And it's like, why are we doing a documentary on his death now? Like, it just comes across as some conspiracy type stuff. And I don't really be buying into that conspiracy theory mess. I just don't. It is what it is. I just don't do that. But yeah, it's a bit much. And like I said, I kind of agree with Easy E on that. But Lazy has not told Little Ease about his involvement in this documentary. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna tell him. Of course, you're not going to tell him, but he's going to see the show and he's going to realize that you was involved in it. Lazy did not know about the dynamics between Little Easy and his sisters. And we already know that his sister's remarkable and the other girl, that prissy ass girl, they were arguing back and forth, and the girl was trying to make it seem like Remarkable didn't have a place, and that's just not her father's daughter. And when Remarkable looks just like Easy E, like just like him, like a male version of him, like she looks more like Easy than the rest of the damn sisters and brothers do. I'm just being real about it. So Little Easy E ain't here for this shit. And quite frankly, I don't blame him for not being here for it at all. Like, for real, that's how I feel though. For real. Um so now it's time for Cree, Twist, Vanessa, and JoJo. They're coming together to shop for the party. When Twist first sees Cree, he's like, "I ain't seen you since my party." And then she was like, "Yeah, we haven't seen each other since then." And Twist was like, "I'm disgusted with you." And I'm like, leave it to Twist to say exactly what we all feel. We were all disgusted with her. All disgusted with her because, like, I this is coming from a person that started off liking Cree. Like, this season is not a good look for her at all. Like, she looks horrible every time she opens her mouth this season. And I really hate that because I enjoyed her my first season watching her. You know what I mean? And I really enjoyed her. I enjoy, like we would have convos on Twitter. She'll comment up on my videos, all that other stuff. But I'm pretty sure she's not giving a fuck about me now because I've been dragging her ass, and rightfully so. But I enjoy Cree at first. But now it's like, girl, like, go to hell, girl, because you doing too much. Straight up and down, girl, you doing too much. Like, why are you doing this stuff that you're doing? And when Twist was like, you ruined my party, don't you think Sequoia ruined your party? Sequoia didn't ruin shit. Sequoia didn't ruin nothing. You ruined the party. You and Savannah ruined that party. Why are you trying to blame Sequoia for it? Y'all started with her. She came with some peaceful stuff. Y'all started it with her. And what's really funny is I want to know why ain't nobody pointed out that Aaliyah dusty ass was right there with them, laughing at that girl for no reason. Y'all know I don't like Aaliyah. But of course, Cree don't think she did nothing wrong. She talking about some, don't you think Sequoia ruined your party? No, you ruined the party. That's exactly who ruined the party. You ruined the party. Not Sequoia, but you. You did that. So my thing is, it's like, are you not going to take accountability for anything you do? Like, are you just really going to sit up here and act like you're a victim in this situation? You're not. You started it. So man the fuck up and just own it. So then they start, but then Cree apologizes for her part in this fight when she should just apologize for ruining it all together, but she don't think she did nothing. So of course she's not gonna do that, but at least she apologized somewhat. Then they start buying stuff. So now we back to Egypt and Sam, something else that I'm sick of speaking about. Now they're talking about him going to jail and they're discussing some things that is now being put on hold. And Sam is basically telling her, you don't need me to do your music. You can do it on your own. You know what I mean? There's some things that you may not need me for, but I know there's some things that we have to put a halt to, like wedding plans. I don't want to plan no wedding until I know that I'm a free man. I don't want to start having no kids until I know that I'm a free man. Like if I go to jail, my daughter would be in her 20s, my son would be 18 when I get out. So it's like I don't want to plan anything without knowing what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if I have to go to jail, I want you to move on and just leave me alone. But Egypt don't want to do that. She's a delusional ass girl. Whatever kryptonite Sam put on her is very much so working. And I want some of it. Because at this point in time, he got this girl wrapped around his finger. She's willing to do anything possible to please and satisfy him. Even if it means her looking like a complete idiot, she's gonna do it. Sad. But Pep is her mama, so what is to be expected of this? Like, look at who her mama is, so just being honest. Just being 100% honest. Like, what do any of us expect at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we expect? We shouldn't expect anything, right? Right. So, she just basically, they're just having this whole powwow, having this Monica, you should have known better ass conversation. And that's just pretty much what it is. So now everybody shows up thinking that they're going to a party for JoJo. But JoJo puts a blindfold over Sean and Vanessa puts a blindfold over TT. Basically, they're about to go to separate parties. Cree said she wants to talk to TT and hash things out before we leave. They talk. Cree said, TT said, well, you did come for me in New York. And TT really don't be paying these girls no mind, to be honest. And that's what I love about her. She would ignore them in a minute, make them feel like they don't even exist, make them feel like ghosts. That's the type of time I'm on. Because, see, when I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, period. And that's just what it is. So if I don't fuck with you, girl, stay over there. Don't you bring your ass over here. Stay over there. We ain't got nothing to talk about. That's what it is. But Cree keep on saying, you did ruin my business, like you were scandalizing my business. She wasn't scandalizing your business. Because at this point, after watching your actions at Twist Party, who would want to work with your ass? Let's just be real. Who would want to work with you? If we being honest. Who would want to? Okay. But whatever. But she said she not going to the bachelorette party. She just going to make sure everybody get to where they want to go. When it come down to Sean, he ain't here for the strippers. He ain't here for it. And my thing about this is I believe that the reason being is because of the fact that it was already rumors about him cheating already. So him having a bunch of strippers at a party is not a good look for him. So I think that's the reason why he really didn't want to deal with the strippers at all. And I think I can understand that. Brianna, she is clear that she just shows up and that's it. Like, she don't care how she look. Every time Brianna get on camera, she look like she just got through lifting weights at Planet Fitness. Like, that's how she look. Every time she's starting to look like Aaliyah, and that's not a good thing. Aaliyah look like she shopped at Dirt Cheap. Like, that's what she look like, and Brianna's starting to look like that. Like, girl, you my fave, Brie. You can't be out walking around here going out like Aaliyah, girl. You can't. Like, it is what it is. And you at a party, and this was the wackest party I have ever seen. And them white boy strippers that they had was not fine at all. They was just bad bodied and didn't even look good. It was just a hot ass mess. Like, I ain't like it. And then the girls crashed the party. And as they're crashing the party, YDB flirts with Vanessa, knowing that he ain't got no chance in hell of ever being with Vanessa. And Sean left the party, and that was pretty much pretty much it. Like the party was just a bust. Like that was the weakest party I ever seen. I was underwhelmed even looking at the shit. I'm like, that was a garbage ass party that y'all threw for these folks. For real, for real. That was a garbage ass party. Very garbage. But to each his own, girl. Just know that that wouldn't have been my party at all. But with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever there's a video coming out. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter and my IG would be down below. If you want me to follow you back on IG, because I do follow back on IG, be sure to hit me up in the DMs, hashtag Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back. With that being said, you guys, your boy is out of here. I have some other videos to do. I'm just now getting back into the swing of things after everything that's been going on in my life. So just bear with me. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things the best way I can, especially being that my birthday is coming up and I will not be on YouTube at all during my birthday celebration. But Maddie and Jamar and Terrence, they have talked to me and they said, bitch, while we out of town, still do your work while we out of town. But we gonna see how that shit works, okay? But with that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty, and I am out of here until my next video. I'll holler at you later.